Hello and welcome to the newest episode of Games from My Childhood. This game from my childhood is Ring of Red. It's a little action strategy game for the PS2, and the story is it's like an alternate history where in the 60s Japan has like a civil war waged with giant robots. And it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's by far my favorite strategy game. And I'm just gonna let this intro play. But it's probably one of the only strategy games I think I'm actually good at. Like, I enjoy games like Fire Emblem and tried playing Final Fantasy Tactics, but This is the only one I'm truly good at. I love this intro because it has like old historic war footage and they just like Photoshop in giant robots. I love the mecha designs in this game too because they totally look like what giant humanoid robots would look like if they were designed like during the Cold War. Alright, let's get right into it then. New game. Okay, text always goes really fast in this, so I'll try and read it aloud as best I can. The year was 1946. With Japan's defiance of the Potsdam Conference ultimatum and its call for absolute resistance, the Greater Asian War, or World War II, entered its final chapter. The conflict sparked by a brutal invasion came to an end after massive civilian casualties and the Soviets' entry into the fray. The resulting division of the country once called Japan by the occupying Allied forces came to reflect the often uneasy relations that existed among these powers, and gave rise to countless human tragedies. In 1950, the yearning for reunification of the North and South, combined with the issue of economic disparity and the unresolved question of reparation to the continent, broke the thin mantle of peace. And without any formal declaration or intent, the Japan War raged for over 4 years, once again laying the archipelago to waste. The peace agreement at the end of those 4 years became a covert battleground of international alliances and communist power broking, failing to provide any resolution for the strife-torn nation. The dream of reunification spoken on both sides of the North-South border was left as a question mark, and a lot of the divided people remained unchanged. 10 years passed. It was 1964. It would be the year that I would come to remember with terrible clarity. I had to work on my enunciation. Greetings all. I am Chris. I'm not going to do character voices, by the way, because if I go a long time between recording, I'll forget what the voices are, and I don't want to have to try and like make different voices for all the characters, so I'm just going to read them all in my voice. Anyway, greetings all. I am Christoph Schringen, the project leader. You are both here because you have been selected for Kimitsu Industrial's test piloting program, and will be participating in the evaluation of next-generation AFWs for the Southern Japanese forces. AFWs are the names of the mechs. It stands for Armored Fighting Walker, if I remember correctly. Masami von Weisiger. Or Weisiger, because it's German, but whatever. Present. You will be evaluating Vehicle Type 1. It's a Komitsu prototype, 100% made in Japan. A domestic AFW, huh? Must be a solid model. There are no backup models. Please take good care of it. Trust me, alright? I'm a professional. Oh, Ryoko Minakawa. Or Ryoko Minakawa. Present. You will be piloting the Type 2. This one was a joint effort by Kimitsu and Nibelin. I can handle anything. What I really want is to join up. Alright, Colonel, would you like to take over from here? Of course. Now listen up, both of you. I'm Colonel Rodriguez, and I am in charge of running the squadron. We'll start you two off by testing the new targeting and firing system. Oh, Mount Fuji. That's like where the JSDF actually does, like, ordnance testing, I believe. The vehicles need some warming up, and we'll use a practice ammunition for the first step. Pay special attention to ammunition loading and the timing of the firing during your evaluation. Immediately after we complete testing, you will take both 1 and 2 into mock combat. The purpose is to test how well the cannons fire over different distances. We've left this till the end, but we also have a special consultant who is more qualified than anyone else to assist us. She is here from Nibelin, Komitsu Industries' German partner in the AFW Development Division. They're all yours. Thank you. You can call me Matilda. My field is AFW Procurement and Maintenance. We'll probably be seeing quite a lot of each other, but for now, that's about it. Thank you. We'll go over the basic navigational controls and firing techniques on the training field. Deploy when ready. Alright, so before every mission, you have a few options. Operation Room just like lets you hear the little briefing again. Today, both of you will be testing the firing system using training ammunition, then engage in simulated combat in your respective AFWs. You need to get used to the feel of the machines before anything else. Operate the vehicles according to instructions. Got it? And then they usually give you like a little bit more story. Wait a second. What can I do for you, Colonel? You know the AFW firing method by heart, am I correct? Should I? Did you read the combat manual? Colonel, I've got my hands full adjusting this thing right now. With all due respect, what do you want? Alright, listen, and listen good. The AFW won't fire until the load gauge is full and the fire light goes on. Better make sure you remember that. Of course I remember, you drill it into my head if I'm not mistaken. And I don't get itchy trigger fingers like some rookie. Colonel, stop treating me like a newbie, will you? Alright then, I expect good results, don't disappoint me. Yeah, so if you go back to Operation Room, it'll give like a summary of the briefing, and also you'll get some hot tips from Colonel Rodriguez. Information Room has like, you can see like the data on your units. Memoirs, you can rewatch any of the little like before chapter briefings, like the one I just read through, the little diary entries. And the combat manual is basically a glossary of all of the terms and characters and stuff. And then Record Room lets you save the game, which I'm going to do. And hey, look at that! I tried to record this yesterday and the recording didn't come out, so I'm doing it again. Welcome to being behind the scenes. But yeah, you can have up to 3 saved games, and then the operation records are, if you save in the middle of a battle, you can like stop and continue later, but once it loads that save, it deletes it, so you can't like save right before something important happens and to like retry it over and over again. That's not how it works. Okay, so yeah, on to the mission. The lengths of these episodes, I'm shooting for between like 30 and 45 minutes, because it'll take quite a while to get through a single battle, and I think that's like a good chunk of time to make some progress. Fuji Proving Ground, Weapons Hangar. Hey, you talking to me? I've heard about you. You're one of the best students at Fuji. A real ace pilot, huh? So they say. An ace test pilot? What are you saying? There's a big difference between the field and the testing range. I hope you're ready. I hope you're prepared to find out. Observant viewers may notice that, at least at the time of this recording, my profile picture on my channel is Ryoko. Because I like her. She's probably my favorite character. In a minute, you'll be evaluated on your marksmanship. Before we start live fire practice, let me explain a few things about AFW combat. These few pieces of information can mean the difference between survival and death on the field for a pilot, though I hardly need to stress that for a class of overachievers like yourselves. Victory condition, target acquired. Lost connection, going over the day 1 1900 time limit. Let's bring you up to date on team movement and attack procedure. Team is represented by a marker on the map. Remember that a team cannot be given action commands until it is that team's turn in the rotation. So yeah, if you're used to playing games like Fire Emblem where on your turn you need to move all of your guys, that's not the case. Each team has its own turn in the rotation. And so like you'll have to wait for the specific unit's turn to roll around. So you gotta strategize in advance pretty heavily in this game. When the squad's turn comes, we say that squad is on hand. No need for me to repeat myself, but squadrons that are not on hand cannot be made to move or attack. Place the cursor on a team that is on hand and enter, and its allowable fields of movement and attack range are displayed. The blue square is its allowable field of movement. The yellow square indicates the attack range. Note that the attack range cannot be added to the field of movement. You cannot move and attack in the same turn. Place the cursor on the destination square, and then enter. The action menu is displayed. A few words about the menu. Attacking is an option only when you have an enemy team to target within range. Similarly, recovery cannot be selected unless there is damage to the AFW or the soldiers. Select attack in the action menu. Team's attack range comes up on display. The crosshair will represent the enemy teams within the range of attack. Enter to begin firing on the selected enemy team. In the field, starting distance is determined by how far away our teams are from the enemy teams in the game plan. Attacking from an adjoining square means a short starting distance, whereas an assault launched from a diagonally placed square comprises an intermediate starting distance. And anything greater than 2 squares translates into a long starting distance. At present, our attack range falls short of launching for a long-range attack. Each AFW model has a strong and weak distance when it comes to range of attack. Light AFW short range, AFW medium range, anti-AFW close combat range, 4-leg AFW long range. These optimum distances become clear during combat, and AFW's attack power varies radically depending on the target distance. This means that creating combat situations where each team can attack at its optimum distance is a large part of the battle strategy. That's it for the deployment attack brief. Do you need to go over this again? No. Okay. So, since we're a regular AFW, I want to attack at medium range. So let's do that. Okay. So now we get into the battle, which is semi-real time. Initiate battle movement. Remember what we taught and winning should be using. Okay, so before we begin, let me explain the entire HUD. So when you enter this screen to like fire and move your troops around, it freezes time, but otherwise the clock is constantly running. But yeah, let me explain the HUD. So from the top left, that little W and L with the green lights, those are the condition of your weapon and legs. If they're damaged, the light will turn yellow or red. The little meter, the little gauge underneath that is how close I am to the cannon being loaded. Once that gets all the way around to the blue part, then that shell next to it will go from like unloaded to loaded with the check mark. The little shell with 0 next to it, that's how many special shells I have. Those are determined by whatever team I have equipped as a crew, which I don't have any soldiers with me right now. And the stars are how many maximum attacks I have, which are like little special things that I can do. And you only get like a certain number of those for the whole battle. No, not the whole like the whole mission. Sorry, not the whole battle. That 300 at the meter, that's my health. Underneath that basically shows where the troops are positioned. I don't have any troops with me, so it's all blank. That little 55% is my current starting accuracy if I were to start aiming my weapon right now. In the middle, they have the timer of how much time's left in the battle, what range we're at, the positions of our two mechs, and then all of the same information for his. And then in this menu, I have the options to shoot at the enemy mech, shoot at the enemy soldiers, move my soldiers forward and back, fire my special shell, and use my maximum attacks. And then when we're standing here, I can press up to start moving forward, or press down to start moving backwards. But if your mech is moving, it takes longer to load the weapon. So pretty much only move when you have to. And in this, you just kind of wait for what, like, your desired accuracy, and then press X to pull the trigger. So I'm going to go for like 90%. Just to make sure I don't miss. And since I'm in medium range, I'm doing like the maximum amount of damage I could be doing with this mech. Alright. Destroy the tyrant. Take it out, Weisiger. I already did. Okay. Yeah, so that is the gist of combat. But it gets a lot more complicated than that. Alright, let's see you and Ryoko try a mock combat. Roger. Okay, was it Masami? Sorry, I don't think I ever caught your full name. The name is Weisiger. Don't call me Masami, okay? It's my Japanese name, but it just doesn't feel like it's mine. But Masami is your given name, isn't it? I don't like the way it sounds. Just don't call me that. Okay. I'll go with Weisiger. Mind if I... It's kind of long. Mind if I call you Wei? As long as it's not Masami, I don't care what you call me. Next, we look at rotation and terrain. When a team concludes its action, the standby interval kicks in. The standby interval refers to the waiting period until the team is on hand again. The more complex the action performed, the longer the waiting period. If you compare two of the possible actions, standby on the spot and recuperate after a move, the simpler action, in this case standby, results in a shorter waiting period for the team. The time of each team's coming turn is displayed in the upper right. The circle indicates whether it's night or daytime. To the upper left is the information on the currently selected terrain. The terrain information contains terrain name, additional time value, and terrain level. The additional time value indicates the terrain's surface condition. The greater the value, the longer the team's standby interval until the next turn. The terrain level refers to the elevation of the land. Your view will always be restricted by the terrain at a higher point than where you are presently located. In other words, you will not be able to see what is on the other side of a level 3 mountain from a level 1 plane. The squares that are within your range of vision appear brighter, and you can access information on the enemy teams located in those squares. That's everything you need to know on the subject. Need to start over now. Why do you copy? Why here? You've never seen combat. How do you expect to keep up with me? Oh yeah, sometimes they give you this little yes or no option when there's obviously not a yes or no question being asked, and it kind of just like it doesn't really matter which one you pick because it just changes the dialogue, but yes gives like a more positive answer and no gives a more negative answer. So I'll say yes, I'll be confident. What matters is how fast and precise I can pilot this thing, and I won't lose, you can count on that. Oh really? Pretty sure of yourself, aren't you? Oh yeah, that everything here's pretty much been explained except that land effect. The higher that percentage is, the more the geography will get in the way. So if you're like fighting in a forest, sometimes even at like 90% accuracy, your shot will just hit a tree, which sucks a lot. Rock battle now, and I'm not gonna hold back. As soon as she rears back to shoot at me, we'll go to 75. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of a game of like, how long do you want to wait for your accuracy to build up before you shoot? And also, if she'd hit me first, it would have reduced my accuracy significantly. Ugh. And with each hit, we get knocked backwards, so get hit too many times and we'll be in long range and our accuracy will be shittier. She's moving forward, though. I'll wait until she starts aiming at me. I usually, as a rule of thumb, do that, like, kind of wait and build up accuracy until they get ready to shoot at me, and then make sure I hit them first so I don't lose all of the accuracy I built up. I can see right here. I'm at 57%. Oh, okay, she missed. Wait for her to get loaded again. And that's good enough. Okay, I might have enough time to squeeze off one last shot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh shit, she hit me first. I'm just tapping X and hoping I get to shoot. There we go. That's probably gonna miss. Holy shit, I hit. Okay. That was lucky. So yeah, I did way more damage to her. Great! The transmission's so stiff, it's a joke. Can't run too well in this thing either. Cutting edge my butt. Oh yeah, also, that's not what I wanted. If you press circle during the map menu, you can see, like, who's up in the turn order. There's only 2 of us, so it doesn't really get that complicated, but this gives you the win and loss crit conditions. Setup gives you, ooh, mess with speed quick, that's what I want to do. And then stop lets you save in the middle of a mission. I'm gonna go to the camp and attack. No, you know what? Just for fun, I'm gonna go to the camp and recover. Also, as a rule of thumb, you can always recover more if you heal in a city or in a town or on a base or something. Now I'm gonna recover and let her attack me just because it shows when you battle. The defending team is always where the battle is going to take place. So just for like a... What am I trying to say? Oh, just for the sake of variety, I'm going to let her attack me on the base just so you can see like a different battlefield. Laser, you're doing a textbook piloting job. You won't last 10 minutes in the actual combat. Oh, is she going to heal too? Okay, fine. So the power output's automated now? Figures they improve the stuff that doesn't need messing with. Fine. Now I can't fine-tune the output. Shouldn't take me too long to win this battle. $75 again. Damn it! Too eager. Now she can take all the time she wants to aim. Okay. I'll aim this one until her gun's loaded. You won. You're better than I thought. Alright. Damn, this is definitely not what I expected. I wouldn't throw a match for you, and I don't expect you to do it either. Alright, that's it for today's performance evaluation. Good job, both of you. You'll do this again tomorrow, but with different variables. Take the vehicles into the maintenance yard. Okay. Alright. Weather will be given 20 success EXPs. Yeah, if any of your units that survive the whole battle will get, like, bonus experience at the end, which is nice. Not enough to level up, though. Ryoko, Weisiger, good job, both of you. These are the current results. However, you seem to have forgotten that this is an evaluation exercise, not an opportunity to scale scores. Your personal feelings are beside the point. Hey, Colonel, hold up a sec. She's the one that... I will not listen to excuses. Return to your quarters, both of you, and wait for the next exercise. I expect better contact next time. Dismissed. Yes, sir. Which program in control room. Damn it! What the heck do they think they were doing? Anything the Matter Colonel? The Matter Colonel? The Matter Colonel? Have those two already damaged the prototypes? Now the vehicles are fine. It's the people piloting them that need fixing. Those two are... Sorry to interrupt, Colonel, but I noticed that your new test pilots have deft command of the machines. Very impressive. Hey, what are you doing in here? We really can't have everyone wandering into restricted access sections, you know. I apologize, sir. I have some interest in the direction of the next generation AFWs are taking, you see. Oh, for what's next? A public viewing? Okay. That guy with the glasses is the dude narrating this, by the way. The ruling military standard for ground combat at the time was a catless combat vehicle called the AFW. Its strength lay in its ability to navigate uneven terrain. The AFW compensated for its significant surface area with its extreme mobility, and those traits lent themselves all too well to the mountainous terrain and small landmass which characterized the Japanese landscape. The technology transfer that Japan received from Germany during their World War II alliance had given Japan enough of a knowledge base to start its own AFW development program. As a result, AFWs had already become the primary offensive weapon for both the North and South at the time of the Japan War. Imported AFW models also came into use after the restoration of sovereign rule, to augment the existing domestic models. In particular, GMI Inc. of the United States, the German Nebelin GmbH, and Komitsu Industries of South Japan are considered to be some of the best R&D firms of AFW technology. Okay, I think it's a good place to end the episode here. We'll start the next training exercise in the next episode. But as always, leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time.